From the screens to all up in your sound waves, you are now tuned in to a brand new conversation which can only be held on the People's Princess podcast, the only home for those intimate and intentional conversations, surely to make you feel like royalty. Today's conversation will be a little bit shorter than most, but that's okay because there will be a part 2. And y'all, as I've said in a couple of bloopers before this, it's getting cold. It's getting cold. But y'all see it? But no, literally, y'all, this is somebody who I've considered a brother since my freshman year. He moved me in, and my dad, I believe, promised to have him look after me, even though he needs more looking after than me.
Sometimes, man, it's hard.
No, not sometimes. It's all the time, more.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely, because you're going to need it way more than me. But I will most definitely introduce him a little bit, but he's going to do way more than introduction because that's what he does. So, from the city of Conyers, Georgia, he is a junior biology major who also serves as the executive secretary under the C.U.L.T.U.R.E Administration under the presidency of SGA President Layla Humphreys for the 2024 to 2025 scholastic year, and is also a Spring 24 initiate of the 72nd House of the Historical Revolutionary, the largest black fraternity of the Divine Nine, the Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, which Founders Day is also coming up very, very soon. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, highly requested, as he requested himself too.
Oh yeah, I've been trying to do this since back in August.
Literally.
Man, stuff come up, man. It's all good though.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Demar Richards. How I do on the intro though?
You're great.
So, if I miss something, go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
Should I do a reintroduction?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm always used to that proper introduction that we do at Fort Valley, or the Fort Valley State. So I'm gonna do it again. Well, I am Demar Richards. I'm a junior biology major from Conyers, Georgia, and I serve as executive secretary under the C.U.L.T.U.R.E Administration. I'm also a Spring 24 initiate of the Gamma Zeta chapter of Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. And this video is gonna be posted on Founders Day, December 4th. 06 is good brothers always.
Now that he done made up the date, I don't know, but we'll figure it out. So let's kind of discover Demar before coming to Fort Valley State. So what was life like before choosing Fort Valley State, and most importantly, what made you choose Fort Valley State overall?
I'll be honest with you, Fort Valley State was nowhere on my list, to be honest with you. I actually wanted to go to a PWI. I wanted to go to Kennesaw State, and I also get asked that question a lot. What's funny is that my friend C.U.L.T.U.R.E, his sister went here. This was back when we was in high school, and she was telling me about it, and she was saying, Demar, give Fort Valley a chance. I went here, and I think you would like it a lot. Now at the time, I was still in high school. I was about to be a graduating senior, and Kennesaw was the only school in my mind, for real. And I finally got into Kennesaw, but funny story with that was they had no dorms available.
Oh.
They had no dorms available. So Fort Valley State, I've got into the school, but I just pushed it aside. I was like, man, I'm not gonna go there. It's kind of crazy how God works sometimes. But came here, first tour was back in the summer of 2022. Layla Humphreys, she was one of my first tour guides here. And just the impression off of her and everybody else that gave me a tour, I just kind of felt very family orientated here. And I was like, I think this would be the school for me. So a lot of great things, amazing things have happened since that day, and everything else is just history,
Okay, so going into your first moments here after stepping into the campus, what kind of gave you like the yes, or kind of like the, okay, this is where I'm meant to be in your eyes?
It kind of just like it built, because how people see me now is not how it was in high school.
Really?
No, at all. I was kind of one of those students that was I was a 3.0 student, of course, but that was really it. I was not involved in no clubs or no organizations. I was not in no honors clubs. I had no stoles, no cords at graduation. I had a high school diploma and a cap and gown. That was it. And it took a lot of motivation and talks to get me here. And I kid you not, like I always give credit, my first three male mentors on campus was Jacoba. He was the 15 Mr. Fort Valley, Breland Holston. He was his first attendant, but he was also one of the reasons why I joined Alpha, and get to that in a second. And AC, they was my first 3 male mentors on this campus. And I remember my moving day, Jacoba actually moved me in, and Breland was actually downstairs in building 4. Everybody else helping everybody out. You make sure everybody was good and stuff. And the talks that I had with both of them that day on my first day official on campus was amazing, because Jacoba was always big on be yourself. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Breland was always big on make sure your GPA is good. Don't be afraid to speak out. Don't be afraid to talk. Use that as your advantage. And everything. So from those mentors that I had and many other mentors I had, it's just been kind of like, it's been a long journey, I would say, because like I said, this was not my first school of choice, but it definitely was the best choice, I would say, for me.
Okay. So as y'all can see, Fort Valley State makes productive men.
It does.
So going into not only just the lessons, what have you seen yourself do, not only from the lessons that you learned from your mentors, how have you built upon that and shown it to other people, especially like myself or those that you have met over the past few years?
I'll never forget, I keep going back to him, but Breland told me, before he graduated, he told me, he was like, Demar, don't be like me, be better than me.
And he said that to me too, y'all.
Don't be like me, be better. That's something that
exactly what. And the crazy thing is, shout out to her, by the way. Her name is Aria Williams, and I just had an interaction with her. And she does some things with music artists. And I said, I wanted to be just like her. And she's like, you'll be better than me. I was like, I promise. But hearing that statement again, I was like, I didn't even realize that somebody else even told you that. So to hear that, I was like,
it's a very good quote, I say, because I live by it, because it's like, when I came here, I feel like I had direction, but I didn't have direction maybe in the right way. Because both my parents, they both went to business schools. My parents went to DeVry University. So I'm actually the first HBCU soon-to-be graduate in my family, and I'm also the first D9 member in my family.
Really?
First D9. So, my parents don't understand that stuff, so you kind of understand the barrier with that. Especially coming here, like I always say, what you see me now was not how I came in. I came in with no suits. I came in with no polos, no proper belts, no proper shoes. I didn't even know how to tie a tie for real. And that took time. It takes patience, it takes blessings, it takes luck, it takes ambition and integrity, of course. You can't just get what you want overnight. It takes time. But that's consistency also, consistency and trust. Shout out to Ahmad, of course.
Shout out to the 16th Mr. Fort Valley State University, Mr. Ahmad Harden.
Oh yeah, he let shit do.
I don't know what that means, but
you know what that means.
Okay. Shout out to him, because I don't know what that means.
Yeah, man, shout out to Ahmad. Now I'm at 10 suits thanks to being on, of course, the e-board. We traveling the games and stuff. I came with none, and then almost into my junior year with 10. So it's like, it's crazy how life works sometimes. I actually a friend asked me, they said, what is your experience? You would say, because most people, when they come to Fort Valley, they usually leave within the first or second year. What was your impression with that? I've been responding back to them. I'll respond back to them soon. But I would say Fort Valley truly is what you make it. It's what you make it. It's not necessarily traditional HBCU school that's like, FAMU, NCAT, Clark Atlanta, Morehouse. But Fort Valley is Fort Valley. We have our own culture, our own substance here, our own dynamic which makes this university beautiful and great. It's not necessarily for everybody, but I think it is for everybody. Everybody has their own story to tell. One of the biggest things I learned since being in college is it's okay to be yourself. It's okay to stand out. It's okay to talk a lot. You know me, I talk a lot. I'm not afraid to talk. I grew up only child.
Really?
So I'm only child. So.
I always thought you had like a brother or a sister.
I wish I had I say this. I do have a little only child syndrome. I grew up by myself, so sharing stuff and like when I'm with my brothers, we on the road, it definitely it'd be a lot. But this past week we went to a convention in Atlanta, and it was like my first time actually sharing like a room with a bunch of dudes, not dudes, my brothers of course, but it was like man, like I actually got to share the bathroom. Like I got to get out the bathroom. Like, I be taking long showers, man. So it's like,
oh, you one of them?
Yeah, I take like at least an hour, man. It just kind of
Demar.
Probably I'm playing.
You like, know people gonna be talking about you.
Probably like 30 minutes.
Okay, 30 minutes I get, but an hour.
I take a good shower.
You better be doing a concert or something.
I'll be singing a little bit. I love Janae. I love Janae. And
you do not strike me as a Janae guy.
Janae is very. Summer 2020. That's my favorite song by her. It's soothing. It's just like one of my meditation songs, actually. Yes, it's definitely but that was the first time I had to share a living space, I would say. So it definitely taught me, because I do got only child syndrome bad.
Yeah,
I do, but I'm working on it though. I'm working on it.
And that's okay. You're learning each and every day.
That's all right. It's all right.
So let's kind of transition into your life in Student Government Association. So what a lot of people do not know is that you started out as a senator, but then you done shot folks when you ran along with Layla, Drew, Olivia, Mackenzie to have culture. And kind of tell me the story behind that, and most importantly, what did you learn during campaign season? Because was that your first campaign season ever?
That was my first campaign season ever. I never, like I said, I never ran for anything in high school, middle school. That wasn't really my thing. I didn't know how to do that.
Right.
So SGA, how did SGA get apart? I'm gonna be shouting out a lot of people in this. So Genesis Ivy, shout out to her. She's at UGA now. Go Dogs. I remember my freshman year. This is when she got sworn into office. When she got sworn into office, I remember we had a talk in the library. And she was saying, Demar, I think you would be great for SGA. And I always looked at SGA and I was like, I don't know if I would do it.
Yeah.
But I was like, that would be something I would want to do. Because I was actually going to wait till my sophomore year to try to apply. But Jenna was like very big on me doing it my freshman year. So when she got into office, she told me to apply for senator. So I applied, wrote my letter of everything, paired my essay and all of that stuff, had my interview. I think I could do a little better, but I did end up getting in. And being a senator was my first big or major thing I did on this campus. Shout out to Boys to Men. That was actually, fun fact, the first organization that I joined on this campus, and still am active to this day. Boys to Men and Shepherds in the Valley was the first thing I joined here. But SGA, it's been amazing. The connections I've met, the people that I've seen, the administrations that's come and gone. Everybody's been amazing. It's definitely a family. It's definitely something that I would love more people to get involved in, because you get to see the ins and outs of the school, how government works, where's the money going, how to make homecoming better, stuff like that, how to improve the school, how to go forwards, not to go backwards, What's the name? So that happened with Jen in terms of senator. When it came to culture now, it's funny how that happened. So Layla actually told me when she was giving my tour, she did say that this was like years ago. This is when I first had the tour of school.
Right.
She said that her goal was to be a state president, and look what happened. It's funny how life works sometimes, and like Layla told me that, and the fact that she asked me to be on her campaign team was such an honor, because this is the person that gave me that tour to school. Right. And now I'm working alongside her. It's a blessing, no doubt. And it's just been amazing since. All of us that work together, just one big family. We get things done, get along well. It's amazing. I would say couldn't work with a better group of young men and young women. Shout out everybody: Layla, Drew, Kenzie, Dwayne, Teray, Micaiah, Caitlin, Liv. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. I think I said Mackenzie already.
Yeah, you said Mackenzie already.
Yeah, that's everybody. Caitlin? I said Caitlin.
Yeah, you said Caitlin.
Okay. Yeah, that's everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was that. And it's definitely been fun. It's definitely fun when we get to travel on the road. I remember that first football game was just so surreal. I was talking to Lex. Lex, my line brother, 17, Mr. Fort Valley. I was telling him, because that was actually his first game as Mr. Fort Valley. I told him, just embrace the moment, man. I saw the smile on his face, like, just embrace it. Yeah. You earned this. Yes, there definitely was something. I was nervous walking out there, no doubt. But
Really?
oh yeah, I was very nervous because like you're walking in front of everybody, waving
Yeah.
and smiling. You know, it was definitely a surreal moment that I'm never gonna forget. Even the classic, when we went down to the classic, it was surreal playing Albany. Win, lose, or draw, it's all love. You know, HBC love end of the day. But we'll get them next year. That's not gonna happen again. We're gonna get them next year. 1895. But yeah, it was surreal. Great vibes too. We definitely did a lot of bonding on there.
Yeah.
Got to know each other a little more because we was in a hotel together, of course. But it was a good time. It was a good time, I'll say.
So what do you believe separates culture from any, I would like to say any student government association cabinets at any other HBCUs, or even down the line from, let's just say, Fort Valley State history?
I would say the difference in our personalities. We have very different personalities, but in a good way. You know, we definitely do even each other out. We definitely do hold each other accountable, and we try to get things done. You know, that's always the goal. Sometimes things do take time, but as long as you put in your hardest out, you put it in God's hands. You know, and we do learn from other HBCUs, see what they're doing. You know, how they're improving their schools, and maybe bring it here, so we can like change it up a little bit. You know, but you always learn about a day. But that's what I would say with that.
Okay. Out of all of the games of this season, I'm gonna say, which games were your favorite?
Clark Atlanta, easily, man. Clark Atlanta. I got to meet my tribe brother Zeta. You know, he just crossed new at Clark
Y'all
Atlanta.
see, I ain't finished the question.
Clark Atlanta was
Y'all see, I
was
ain't
a vibe.
finished.
I'm not gonna lie. Clark Atlanta was probably my favorite. Even though we lost that game, but Clark Atlanta was a good scene. My old people, met some of my sands too that day.
Mm-hmm.
But it was good seeing Zeke. That was good seeing him.
Shout out to Zeke, by the way.
Congratulations, brother.
Congratulations in advance. Although I've seen you a couple times,
Yeah.
I want to give you a congratulations. And also, hey, Miss Clark Atlanta. Hey, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Also, shout out my sister Sake over there, Ariana. Love her down. But I would like to say, what is your favorite away game?
We didn't really do away games this year. We didn't do none at all, actually.
Wait, really?
No, we didn't do none. Well, I guess you want to count the classic.
Yeah, Sound City.
I think we was away that game.
That technically.
It was just the vibe, man. It felt like a villain up in there. It was like the vibe.
A villain?
Yeah, we all felt like villains because they was all trying to boo us and stuff. I mean, we had to walk in front of them. I kid you not.
Wait, you walked in front of Albany?
Yeah, we had to all walk across them, and it was. Hey, I heard they were talking ish and all that, but
baby, I wouldn't. I'm like,
I was enjoying it, man. I was like,
not you walking in like you a super villain. That is hilarious.
It's like some power stuff right there. I feel like ghosts, but probably.
Did you just say ghosts?
I never watched. Fun fact, I actually never watched Power before. I said I want to get into it, but I just never.
How
watched
you know the characters, but you not?
It's just like I just.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I think his name is Tyreek. I know his face because he was on that barbershop movie with Ice Cube. So
that's where he was from.
That's how I know him. But I just
Right.
never watched the show because I'm like really behind. So it would take like 20 years to even get catch up.
It ain't really gonna be 20 years though. I feel like if you sit down and like truly watch it, you gonna be straight.
Oh yeah.
But it's like 3 shows though. No, 4. Make that 4.
I used to love, fun fact, shows I used to watch with my mother. Shout out to my parents, of course. They're kind of sick right now, but they feeling better. I used to watch Empire with my mom. I used to love Cookie.
Really?
I used to watch Empire. And then Real Housewives of Atlanta, I used to watch that with my mom.
There's no way.
I used to watch that with my mom when I was younger.
Me too.
I don't know if that show still come on though.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, Real Housewives
It's not the
of
same cast though, but it's still interesting. I will say that. I'm waiting for the new season though.
Is Nene still on there?
No, she's not.
Oh, she gone?
Mm-hmm. She
wow.
did.
Yeah, I love Nene. She stood on business.
That's crazy. I would have never because I know some guys like watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, but I didn't know y'all be enjoying it as much as us.
Oh yeah, got to. Sometimes, you never know. You never know people.
Okay, that's actually very interesting. So let's open the floor. What else do people not know about you?
I'm actually kind of a shy person.
No,
but
you're not.
I'm actually a little shy person, but because I'm a people person naturally, that kind of covers that. So it takes It's a quote, man in the arena. Sometimes when I walk in a room, it takes a minute for me to actually grasp where I'm at.
Right.
And then once I feel the room, then I'm like, okay, let's go. Hey, how you doing, sir? Good morning, good afternoon. You know, but when I first walk in, I'm like anxious, you know, because like a lot of people around me and stuff. But I'm like, okay, I belong to be in here. Sometimes you feel imposter syndrome. You're like, do I deserve to be in here?
That's definitely real, because I've experienced that both freshman and sophomore year, I will say. Because it's always just like, everybody expects you to be some type of version of you, because you're always having to put it on. And it's just like, why can't I be me sometimes? Like, I would be so real. I love being to dress up, but it's just like, sometimes I want to wear a sweater. Sometimes I just want to look cute, but then I don't. And I'm gonna be real honest with y'all fizz warriors. Cause y'all just can't let people be. And that's the biggest thing about being in college, because everybody always has something to say about fizz. Like, you always just on fizz for what?
I feel like this is how I feel. It's free speech. You have every right to put you on, but it's like, we're adults, man. Act like it. Like,
literally.
If you have something to say it to their face. Why you gotta go on an app and talk mess about somebody?
And then dox people's information at that.
And it kind of like ruins people's self-esteem, because that's cyberbullying, and I don't agree with that.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
If you do that, please don't. That's what
just think about it. Just think if it was in you, please, because come on, guys.
I'd rather be on Fizz though. I don't really be on
I can't be on Fizz. Like, the last time I was on it, I almost crashed out. No baby kid, and I couldn't do it. But honestly, if you use Fizz, use it smartly.
Please do.
Like, being honest.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about this. Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. What, in your eyes, does it mean to be a man of Phi Alpha?
What's crazy, I actually didn't know what Greek life was when I first came to college. This was all new to me. Somebody asked me the other day actually what made me, you know, interested in Greek life. It's really what I saw, you know. I respect every organization, I do, but I just saw them as fitting for me. Like I always say, I give credit where credit's due. Breland was the first person that I met that was alpha, that I knew was alpha, because obviously I probably met a lot of alphas, but I just didn't know. He was one officially that I knew, and just interacting with him was just amazing. And then what kind of sealed it for me was that first Wednesday, I saw them in those suits, how they was dressed up from top to bottom, and I said, that's for me. That's what I want to do.
One thing about an alpha man. Yeah. Next question.
Gonna dress up every Wednesday.
My bad, y'all. I love all the D9 organizations, but it's something about an alpha man. The way that they wear a suit, though, I ain't with nobody. But just know, because that's literally all I see on campus most of the time. I always see a man of Phi Alpha. So it's like, you're able to tell.
But obviously, we respect every org.
Right. We love everybody, from the fraternities to the sororities.
And like, get into that, the dressing up part. Like I said, when I first came here, I didn't have any suits, so I kind of just said that when I get my first suit, when I'm blessed with one, I'm gonna wear a suit every Wednesday. I do a little thing on my story where I do like a little, I call it the GZ walk.
You and that walk, bro.
GZ Fresh
Who
Fit.
taught you that?
So it's actually, it's the GZ Fresh Fit Wednesday.
Okay.
But I call it the GZ Fresh Fit Wednesday walk. So pretty much what I do is, it's like every Wednesday I wear a suit, and pretty much I have somebody, it could be a random person, I'd be like, hey bro, or excuse me, can you record this video for me? So they record it, and then I'm usually walking down some stairs, walking down a hallway.
And it be in slow motion.
Sometimes it be slow motion for a little dramatic effect.
Sir.
But, you know,
but I ain't gonna knock it. You be doing your big one, but I just be like,
appreciate you.
You should be so slow, Demar. I need you to smile when you walk.
Can't do the smile. Gotta do a little serious. But
no, this how he be. Do the face.
Serious face. But
he ain't got one. He has his serious bone in his body, and every time he will tell you, I'll be like, "Are you okay?
Yeah.
Just smile, bro." Like,
do like a serious looks. But I do that every Wednesday just so I can, you know, maybe inspire somebody else to wear a suit, or, you know, whatever business casual they would wear. But like, you know, I just do it for me. I don't really do it for anybody else, but just to, you know. But I would say, yeah.
All right, and one last question before we end this thing off, because I'm gonna tell y'all now we're doing a part 2 when we get back. So yeah, there's gonna be more questions. So yeah. So dang, let me see, because it's like I've asked you everything. Honestly, no.
What's the biggest advice I would tell myself or tell somebody else?
See, look at him, y'all. He already directed the interview. He already directed. Yeah. Ask yourself that question again.
So I'm gonna say, like, Demar, what's something that you would ask?
Do whatever you want.
Okay, so something I would ask my former self, like my freshman year self, or something that I would tell someone before I graduate.
Yeah.
Advice. Well, something I would tell my former self, you know, keep striving, keep being you, keep learning from your mistakes, keep being genuine, keep trying, keep never stop trying to learn. One thing about me, I ask a lot of questions, but you can't grow without asking questions. You know, sometimes I just don't know. You know, so I appreciate people being patient with me, because sometimes I can be a little slow with things, but I appreciate
You're not slow.
Oh yeah, I can be a little slow. Definitely. But I appreciate people that, you know, understand that.
Yeah.
You just sometimes you just don't know. Never stop growing. Always put God first, I would say. I actually been getting closer with my faith. I got baptized on May 5th. So I definitely been reading
How
about
was that?
It was very different. It was very nice, very life-changing.
Yeah.
It was special, because that was my first time getting baptized.
Really?
Yes, first time getting baptized.
Oh, wow.
Yes. What's something I would tell a freshman coming in? The biggest misconception I was told and not told was your freshman year is your time to play around and goof off. Now, there's a two-way street with that. Now, freshman year should be the time that you understand who you are, understand where you're coming from, understand what you're about to get yourself into, getting yourself into in college.
Yeah.
Understand? So when I first came here, my mindset was, I want to get things going. I don't want to be how I was in high school. I want to be a better man, a better person, a better son,
yeah,
a better friend. You know, so the mentors that I had, the mentors that I have had, and the mentors that I've left since like being a graduate, I told myself that how they was with me, I'm gonna be like that with a freshman coming in, like how you came in, like how every freshman or every person under class under me has been since they came here. You know, I hope I've been doing my job. You know, sometimes
you have been doing your job, and if you did not know that, you have.
I
and every time I tell my parents about you, they're like, "Oh my gosh, it's so cool." My parents love you.
Appreciate that. Tell myself, look.
Crazy thing is though, my dad and his birthday is like a day apart.
July 6, 2004. That's when I was born.
I'm like, that's insane.
But I would say, freshman year, it doesn't matter whether you're in SGA. I'm gonna leave this off. It doesn't matter if you're in SGA or math club. Do what's best for you. Do what benefits you. Because you can be in 10,000 clubs and not have no benefit at all.
Say that one more time.
You can be in 10,000 clubs and not have no benefit at all. It doesn't matter how much things you're involved in. What that you're involved in benefits you and helps you grow. You know, like I said, Boys to Men was the first org that I joined on this campus. I'm still active to this day because I never forgot where I came from. With the letters, without the letters, I never forgot the thanks that these guys gave me. The first suit I got came from the Boys to Men. You don't forget stuff like that. So I always show grace and I always show thank you where it's needed. Never stop growing, never stop learning, and just always just try to be a good person, man. Cause you never know what someone's going through. You know,
absolutely.
Just be the best person you can be, and just learn from your mistakes, and always put God first, of course.
And with that being said, thank y'all so much for tuning into the final Fort Valley episode of 2024. It's a little sad, but it's okay. I just want to say I love y'all. We appreciate y'all, and just know that part 2 is gonna be a little more deeper. He might even conduct the interview himself. He might even ask me questions. We don't know. But anything can happen. But no, seriously, I love you guys so much. Thank y'all to the Fort Valley State University crowd who has been watching, and just know that 2025 we're going bigger and bigger with the guests, and most importantly the things that are to come. So this is the last time reporting from Fort Valley State. I am your host, the Chicago Cinderella, the People's Princess, the youngest African American female solo podcast host in my category. And I just want to say thank you to everybody from the United States all the way to the newest country of Belgium who has been listening in on all platforms. I love you all again. Get right with God if you didn't already. If you are someone is struggling with anything,
I just realized that.
If you or anyone is struggling with anything, please make sure to call 988, which is the mental health hotline. Or if anything else, please make sure to reach out to me or my team. We are very dedicated to making sure that all of the American and Global Beauty League alike are together and most importantly feeling their best. And we just want to say once again, we out. This is the People's Princess Podcast, the only home for those intimate and intentional conversations, surely to make you feel like royalty, featuring my guest, Mr. Demar Richards. And before you go, is there any social media pages where the guests can hear or even just watch you from?
Well, yes, my Instagram is literally my name, Demar Richards. So just type that in, you're going to see pop up.
And he got a whole bunch of highlights on there.
The highlights have a significant thing. It kind of explains my story. So
Yeah.
every highlight is something different about me. Personality could. I have a highlight specific to my years in college. So year 1, year 2, year 1, year 2, year 3. I have a Jeezy highlight. Pretty much it's everything.
He has a Kobe Bryant.
I do have a Kobe Bryant
and LeBron
highlight.
James.
A LeBron highlight. I have a Jeezy highlight, meaning all myself, my brother's accomplishments, my accomplishments, the chapter accomplishments, past and present. Any accomplishment my brother, like for example, shout out Toby. He just got inducted into the teacher ceremony, got his coat today.
Congratulations, Toby.
Shane received his championship ring. Lex with coordination.
Congrats everybody from the Gamma Zeta chapter.
TJ opening up. He's getting his open up his barber business.
Oh wow.
Who else am I missing? David. He's about to graduate. Vontae, man, Vontae doing big things, man. You know, he's doing big things. John, captain of the tennis team. Devin doing his thing, man. Tennis, everything. Mr. Second Lieutenant, of course. Orion, you already know about Orion Gasson. You already know. Busy man.
Mr. Famous.
Mr.
Even
Famous.
though he keep claiming that he not.
Yeah, Mr. Famous indeed. And then Lex. You know
And
about
Lex. Maore. Love him. But
Love-
most importantly,
Love King.
love everybody. We'll see y'all 2025. But y'all see me until 2025.
06 of the Good Brothers.
We out, y'all.